Hey guys, Simon here with Caddis Fly Shop, an Oregon fly fishing blog, showing you one of my top performing nymphs in the just this summer. I kind of thought it up and it's been just smashing. About halfway through the summer, I kind of thought this pattern up. I was messing around with Starling a lot. Took it down to Northern California pretty much to try it. I tried it a little bit before here, right before that Salt Creek video came out, and then I took it down to Northern California, and then took it to the Midwest, to the Driftless, and then the Upper Peninsula, Michigan. Fished it a lot around here. Doesn't have a huge bead. I tie it in a small size. I tie it in an 18, but you can tie it in larger sizes, but you can put a fairly large bead on it. I call it the Jigged Ace. I've caught a 18, 20-inch brown on it in the in actually both the Driftless and in Northern California. This fly has produced big browns for me. It also has caught large rainbows around here. Works great on our small streams because it's not huge, so it's not going to sink your smaller chubby when you're fishing it in tandem. It's just a really good fly. It shows great use of the capability of Starling as a collar for small nymphs, and just all around, it's total workhorse on the river. So this is definitely one that you're going to want to probably reproduce no matter where you live. It's really good, and if you stay tuned, we'll show you how to tie it. Thanks. So taking a up-close look at this fly, it's tied on one of my favorite nymph hooks right now, the fully milled Jig 4 short. I have golden pheasant body feathers in natural golden for the tail. This is just a little bit of flash with green thread under it with wire. This is some really bright UV reactive Scud dub from UV2 in orange. And then this is the key to this fly, is this Starling collar. Really like Starling for small stuff like this because it is almost like it's pre-sized for small flies. All the flies on a Starling skin, all the feathers on a Starling skin are small enough to make like a small soft hackle. So I've been using it on a ton of my flies, and I'm very pleased with the results I'm getting using them. And I will show you how to do it. So this thread I'm using is 70 denier olive from Danville. It's a great color, and it kind of shines through that flash just enough. It looks really, really great. And so this is what we're using here, this golden pheasant body feathers in natural golden yellow from Hairline. This is what the tail is. Probably grabbing about, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these fibers, just a small pinch for the tail. Not a whole lot. And we're just going to pinch these in. And the trick to get them measured right is I take one pinch, look where I need to be, and then that's too long, so then I can adjust. I don't crank down on it quite yet. That's kind of the length I want. Still a little bit long. Right there. Looks perfect. A little bit shorter. That's what we want. Just like that. Because the fly's a pretty small fly. So we're going to wrap that up to the front, clip it out. Next thing we're going to do is put a little bit of wire on. So this is uni soft wire in silver in extra small. And we're going to pinch this in right here. We're going to run it along the top ridge of the bend of this hook. And then we will put in a piece of this thick Flashabou pearl tinsel, whatever you got that's kind of tinsely and kind of see-through will work great. And then this is the trick here, is to wrap them both down at the same time. This will allow you to maintain a very thin body profile. If you don't, and you go back and forth too many times with your thread, the body gets kind of fat, and that's not really what we're going for right here. We're looking for a thin body that gets a little bit thicker towards the top, but we're going to have a bump of dubbing that really thickens it up. But we do need to color this whole thing green as sparsely as we can. Now we're going to wrap tinsel around just like this. Touching wraps. The thicker you, if you layer it over itself too many times, you won't be able to see the green through very good. So we're just touching the edge on each time. And then get it behind the bead here. And so you can resin this if you want. I don't really want to, just because I'm showing you on the video, but it can help the durability of the fly. I think the wire helps quite a bit when you rib it like this. helps with the durability of the fly. But you certainly can resin it. Just kind of depends the mood I'm in if I want to do that extra step, basically. Not really in the mood right now, but I would recommend it if you feel like you have time and you want to do something like that. I've also found that they perform pretty well without. I just think it adds just a little bit more durability. And so next we're going to put in a little bit of this UV2 scud dubbing in orange. This stuff, it's kind of stringy, so less is more. We don't want a huge bump of dubbing because this fly is pretty small. This is an 18, so it's very small. It's a lot bigger than most 18s, but it's still not a huge fly. You can tie it bigger. Certainly I've tied it larger. This is just the size that has just crushed for me in the Driftless, Northern California, around here. It works really great on small creeks because it's not huge. You certainly can put a huge bead on it, tie with larger sizes, all that good stuff. So we're pretty much done. Starling skin, one of my favorites for small soft hackles and small collars, because the feathers are almost like they're pre-sized and they're made for this kind of thing. So we're going to grab one feather off and we're going to palmer it, and then this fly is pretty much done. Yeah, this fly has caught a lot of large trout for me, large rainbow trout. It's caught a very large brown trout in Northern California on the upper Sac for me. I actually caught that trout twice on 2 different flies. Maybe I'll do the other fly for you guys here soon. But this one is a really, really good fly. I was kind of bummed out when I ran out of them in the Midwest when I was fishing the Driftless and then the Upper Peninsula, because it was just such a good fly. I kept tying them on, and you lose them. They get hung up when you're trying to get real close to snags and stuff. And I wish I tied about 8 more. But I learned that for next time, to tie a million of these little things. And yeah, this is just one of my favorites right now. Guess I'm giving away all my secrets right now, but this thing is almost unfair around here. And so now we've got these Starling fibers in, and you can kind of help them around to evenly distribute them. Not crucial, it's more of an aesthetic thing for you. We're going to do a couple whip finishes, not too much. I don't want like a massive green collar on this thing. I personally just don't like the look of it, so I try to keep my collars pretty small. I am going to move these fibers back and put a little dot of resin to help this fly stay together right here. I like to just put a little drop in that hole on the top where the slot is. And that's done. That's how you tie the jigged ace. One of my favorite flies right now. You can do it in several different colors. I do it in a couple other colors, but this is one of my favorites. If you like this video, comment below what you liked about it. Let us know other things you'd want to see. We've got tons of videos on our Instagram, some educational things. We've got tons of articles on the blog, so check all that stuff out. And we will see you next time. Thanks.